Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the show. My name is Brian. If you're new here, subscribe, click the notification bell. This is the most pro-Donald Trump radio show anywhere, I promise you.
954-597-7060 or online at thesoulauthority.com. That's THESOLE authority.com. Tell them Steve Kane sent you.
The Steve Kane Show is brought to you by attorney Barry Siegel at the Siegel Law Group. Veterans and spouses of veterans.
Good morning, everyone.
Benefits that you are not aware of, including long-term care benefits. Call attorney Barry Siegel at the Siegel Law Group and find out what benefits are available to you. With offices in Boca Raton and Fort Lauderdale, call toll-free 1-855-FLA-3782. 1-855-FLA-3782.
Now,
listening to South
if you think it's worthy, call in and share it on the radio.
The Steve Kane Show. To call the show toll free, dial 1-888-GO-KANE 1. That's 1-888-GO-KANE 1. And now.
All right, welcome to the show, everyone. My name is Brian. This is the Steve Kane Radio Show. It is Tuesday morning, July the 7th, 2020. Welcome back, one and all. So much going on, so much to talk about. Oh my goodness, you know, all this craziness that's going on over statues and memorials and holidays and paintings and all these different things. There's a reason why a lot of this is happening. It really is. And well, there's more than one reason. There's many reasons, but one of the major reasons that all of these crazy things are happening, and by the way, good morning, if I didn't say good morning. One of the major reasons all this is happening is that everything, everywhere, is now public. There is zero privacy in this country. There's zero expectation of privacy, right? Everyone's filming everything all the time. Everybody puts everything on social media all the time. And I know, it's craziness. I know it is absolutely nuts. Even inside our homes with our Alexas and whatever other devices you have similar to that, Google Homes and all these things, there's zero privacy. And you really have to go through life now assuming that everything is being filmed. You know, this woman from the park in New York from a few weeks ago was back in the news. Remember the woman that had her dog off the leash in New York? They're now bringing charges against her, I guess, for making a false police report. Well, let me tell you, put me on her jury and I'll acquit her in a heartbeat because, you know, this public shaming that is going on by people these days has gotten way out of control. And I'll talk in more detail about that as the show goes on. But everywhere you go today, not only are you being filmed, you are being filmed by people on the street who will upload it to whatever social media platform they want. You're out in public, so it's for the public to see. And things go viral, things get out of control. And then you have a whole group of people that are trying to get that viral moment. So they're out doing things that take... What's going on in this society is crazy. You know, I have had things happen to me that if I chose to put them online would have gone viral. The one that most everyone knows about is the other one I'll talk about because I don't do this to people. I don't publicly shame people. I don't go around looking to go viral. When I had that run-in with one of the network news people at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School. Remember that? A lot of you were watching. I was live streaming in front of the school, and I had a run-in with someone from one of the three big news networks who was really accusing me. You guys saw it. You were watching it live. And I could have taken that video that I had, put it up on Twitter, and it would have gone viral because it was someone from one of the network news outlets, one of the major national networks, and it happened at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas shortly after the incident. And it would have gone viral. And I didn't do that because as much of a jerk as the guy was that I was dealing with, I didn't think it was right to do that to him. Right? There was another thing recently where when I go around and I don't look to try to go viral and screw people over. Right? I went to the Black Lives Matter event, drove by it in Boca a few weeks ago, and it was ridiculous. There were no black people there. It was all young white kids. And I was there. I could have put that up on YouTube. I could have put that up on Twitter or something, and I didn't, because I didn't think it was right to publicly shame these young people. So the society we're in today, especially, the Generation Z, the 20-somethings, everything is public. They want to shame everyone. They want to intimidate everyone. They want to cancel everyone. And now something very interesting is happening with TikTok. TikTok's been banned in some places out there. It's a social media video app. It's very, very popular. And it's been banned by some countries. And Mike Pompeo was on Fox News last night, and I know this, it was brought up by Laura Ingraham. Laura Ingraham actually brought up to Mike Pompeo banning TikTok. And he said something at the very end that I thought was very interesting. Let me play this clip. This is Laura Ingraham. She had Mike Pompeo on, and you'll hear she'll ask about banning TikTok. And then at the end, listen to what Pompeo says.
TikTok has about 30 million users in the United States.
Steve Kane Show.
It's been banned now by India, and Australia is considering the same action. Saying that
Yeah, what do you want to talk
TikTok is
about?
full of mass surveillance and propaganda, and also that they
All right.
had the ability to feed information straight to Beijing. So, kind of obvious question. If all that's the case, shouldn't we be considering right now, tonight, a ban on Chinese social media apps, especially TikTok?
All your viewers should know we're taking this very seriously. We're certainly looking at it. We've worked on this very issue for a long time, whether it was the problem
Now listen to what he says at the end.
in your infrastructure. We've gone all over the world, and we're making real progress getting that out. We have declared ZTE a danger to American national security. We've done all these things with respect to Chinese apps on people's cell phones. I can assure you the United States will get this one right too, Laura. I don't want to get out in front of the president, but it's something we're looking at.
Would you recommend that people download that app on their phones tonight, tomorrow, anytime currently?
Only if you want your private information in the hands of the Chinese Communist Party.
Mr. Secretary, it's great to see you.
Wow, so you already said at the end? Only, should people download TikTok on their device? Only if you want all of your private information in the hands of the Chinese Communist Party. It's pretty amazing. That's Secretary of State right there. And this is certainly something they're looking into, and it's something that's been discussed about TikTok. Here's the thing with the way that the generation that are running around publicly shaming and taking all the statues down and everything. When they talk about your private information, they mean your bank information, all your personal information, all your correspondence with every private conversation. The TikTok generation, if that is true what Mike Pompeo was saying, I don't know. I trust Mike Pompeo. He's the Secretary of State of the United States. I think we got to take him as a serious person who has knowledge on such a thing. The generation of people in this country that are causing all the havoc, they have no expectation of privacy. They don't even consider things being private at all. So even if all of their private information is put into a database, they don't care, they don't mind. It's normal to them. And this is a scary thing. This is a scary thing because we're going through right now a very transformational period in this country so far as public shaming, privacy, and everything else. And we have an entire generation of Americans that are certainly going to be adults soon. Some of them already are. They don't care about anything like that. People should be publicly shamed. Nothing should be private. Everything should be public. And that's a pretty scary thing, and it's a scary world to move into. This is one of the biggest transformations that we've gone through in our lifetimes. All right, take some calls on this, and I got some audio sound bites. We'll talk about the issues in the news as well. My name's Brian. This is the Steve Kane Radio Show, Florida's longest-running radio show on the radio since 1977. Let's get a call out of the way before we break and get started with the issues of the day. You're on the radio. Good morning.
Good morning. I want to thank you for your opening on your show on June 1st when you just read the Lord's Prayer. That happened to coincide with my mom's birthday. And I think you remember doing that, where all you did was open up with the show, reading it, and then you didn't do
Well,
it.
I didn't do it on the radio. I did it on YouTube. Yeah. Well, finally, so what have you been doing? That was like 5 or 6 weeks ago. So you've gone back and you're watching my old videos from 6 weeks ago?
Recall you doing that.
Oh, okay. Well, what took you so long to say something then?
Well, I mean, getting a phone call off the air with you lately hasn't been the same as before, but happy birthday to your wife. She's now an AARP member, I understand, right? Because she's a few months older than you, right? So,
Get to the point. What's on your mind?
the Substance Policing Act, there's going to be a lot of things going on in it.
With what? The what act? The what act?
The Justice and Policing Act.
Okay. What's going to be going on? Are they going to be arresting Democrats for taking down all these statues and memorials?
Well, I think you are probably on the same page on some of those statues. Stonewall Jackson is not a hero, and his statue being taken down is not something I should.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't think history should be erased because you Democrats want to cancel it out.
That statue to a museum, okay?
What museum would that be?
The Museum of former Confederate traitors. There was
Oh, okay. Okay. What political party was General Stonewall Jackson a member of, would you say?
okay.
Yeah, excuse me, I couldn't hear you. What political party was Stonewall Jackson a member of?
Yeah, he's a Democrat.
He was a Democrat, okay. I saw today that one of the Thomas Jefferson descendants wants to remove the Jefferson Memorial from Washington, D.C. Any thoughts on that?
Did you see the?
I did not. That's not an answer. That's a question. He was a slave owner. Should he be removed? Should he, his descendant says he should.
What Thomas Jefferson did upon his death, release all his slaves from.
Yeah. So his memorial shouldn't be taken down. Okay. What other memorials? Who else should have their memorials taken down? Who else?
Did you see the interview with Robert E. Lee's nephew? Because that was quite significant.
Oh yeah. So you want all the things of Robert E. Lee removed?
Robert E. Lee's nephew is a minister.
Okay, Robert E. Lee's nephew. So what political party was Robert E. Lee a member of?
Democrat.
Another Democrat. What is it? There seems to be a pattern here. Why are all these offensive, racist members of American history that you guys want to remove from public view? Why are they all Democrats? Why do you think that is?
I'm in agreement with Woodrow Wilson.
Woodrow Wilson, yeah, Woodrow Wilson is another Democrat. I mean, why are all these statues being taken down? Statues of Democrats.
Well, Woodrow Wilson was a bigot.
But he was a Democrat, right?
Yes, he was.
Mm-hmm.
You could find bigots in the Republican Party too back in those days too.
No, excuse me. The Republicans were the ones that freed the slaves and all of that. It was so. Well, is there a Republican whose statue should be taken down?
Can you name the state that?
No. Is there a Republican statue that should be taken down somewhere? Because I just keep hearing about Democrat statues being taken down. Are there any Republicans who should have their statues taken? There really aren't a lot of Republican statues.
The airport, John Wayne's airport.
What airport?
The John Wayne, they're renaming John Wayne.
John Wayne Airport. Well, first off, that's not a statue. That's not a statue.
In the airport after they're taking that away because the man was a bigot. And
Really? Give me an example of the bigotry of John Wayne.
example.
Well, you said he was a bigot, John Wayne, so you must have an example of John Wayne being a bigot that rises to the level of these Democrats you're talking about.
Well, John Wayne was a great actor.
Yeah, but you said John Wayne was a bigot, so I'm assuming you have an example of his bigotry.
He many times off the set has said things that were of a nasty nature.
Give me an example of something he said in private. That means he should not have a airport or anything else named after him.
Well, they had a series of discussions on that on MSNBC, and I have to confess.
Oh, so you're taking an American icon, John Wayne, and you're calling him a bigot, and you don't have an example of it? That's pretty rough, man.
I'll tell you what. You Google.
Oh, you're gonna go Google. You're gonna go research, and then shouldn't you know what they've done before you call them a racist? Doesn't that come first? Doesn't someone do something or say something that you know of, or you just randomly call people racist?
It's part of Hollywood history that he was a racist.
Well, give me an example of the Hollywood history of racism from John Wayne. Okay, how about this? What political affiliate, you say Hollywood racism. What is the political affiliation and tone of Hollywood?
Well, most of Hollywood is liberal.
Liberal, Democrat, right. Throughout history, Democrats. So you're saying that the Democrats of Hollywood have a racist history?
Racism isn't.
You know, this is the thing. If you think about it, like right now the cancel culture is going after Hamilton, right? Because it glorifies slave owners. And it doesn't really discuss slavery. I saw Hamilton for the first time Friday. It mentioned slavery, I think, once, and it was very mild. If you look at all of the things that are being challenged, and that the cancel culture are really involved in, statues, paintings, memorials, plays, things like this, it seems to all be Democrats, right?
I grew up a couple hundred yards away from the Burr Mansion. So
Who cares? Who cares? It seems to me that pretty much everything, except for Christopher Columbus, right? Everything that they're taking, and Frederick Douglass. Frederick Douglass, what political party was Frederick Douglass a member of?
Republican.
That's right, he was a Republican. Colin Kaepernick's quoting him this week, right, over 4th of July. So why are all these racist villains of our society Democrats?
This time I checked, when they try to give Martin Luther King his birthday, most of the people voting against it were.
Well, I don't know. That seems to have passed. That's a national holiday. That's a national holiday, and it has been since 1980 something. Why are all of the things that are being canceled out by the canceled culture seem to be Democrat things and people?
Well, you've already mentioned a bunch of times where you didn't see a problem with that.
Because you don't have an answer for that? It seems to be a Democrat trend. What Republican statue should be taken down because of its racism? What Republican memorial should be removed because of its racism?
I think they should rename the Ronald Reagan Airport to something else.
Why? Because you don't like Ronald Reagan? What was the bigotry of Ronald Reagan? Was he a racist? What did Ronald Reagan ever do that was racist?
No, what he did was he closed down the Vietnam vet hospitals were dramatically.
Oh, no. You're talking about some policy minutia. We're talking about racism. Okay? What memorial to a Republican should be removed because of that Republican's history of bigotry?
During the 1980s, what they did to...
You're talking about hey, all right, enough. I mean, I'm just beating a poor man to death here. I mean, there comes a point where you got to stop. All right, listen, let's take our first break of the day. 24 minutes after the hour. I'm Brian Craig. This is the Steve Kane Show. There seems to be a pattern here, right? It does. There is a pattern here. My name is Brian Craig. This is the Steve Kane Radio Show. We'll be right back. Hey guys, I got to reboot my phone. I'll be right back. Okay, don't go in. Come right back. I gotta shut down the feed, reboot, and I'll start it up in just a minute. All right, be right back, guys.